Talk to me about what the mental load is, in the invisible load, and how come women, moms, are the ones carrying most of it or all of it.
The mental load is all of the things we are holding in our head, in our body, to ensure that everyone around us is taken care of and thriving. I often hear the term, like, I feel like I'm drowning. You don't have to be a super mom.
Welcome to the Feel Good Club podcast. This is the place where ambitious working moms learn how to elevate their well-being, increase success in all areas, and create a positive, aligned life. Whether you're here to hear expert interviews or inspiring talks, this is your space to learn and grow. I'm Tia Graham, keynote and TED speaker, best-selling author, and founder of the Feel Good Club community for high-achieving moms. I am an expert in the science of happiness. This show is here to help you feel grounded, happier, and connected to yourself and others. I know you are going to love it. Thank you for being here. Let's dive in.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Tia. Thanks for having me.
Of course, I knew that you had to come on the Feel Good Show. Talk to me about what the mental load is, the invisible load, and how come women, moms, are the ones carrying most of it or all of it. And then I want you to talk about, from your perspective, what happens if we just keep it all inside of us, assuming that you are also working full time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it. So the mental load is all of the things we are holding in our head, in our body, to ensure that everyone around us is taken care of and thriving. So what that basically looks like, if you want to sort of visually imagine it, is like having 100 tabs open in your brain at all times of all of the things that you need to happen that day, that week, that month, the birthday party that you need to plan for your kid's 5-year-old birthday party, the groceries that you need for dinner tonight, the soccer jersey that needs to be washed for the game, like all of those things that you're sort of like running through. So it's this sort of combination of like a to-do list, but then also you're thinking constantly of when does my kid need to like go to their next pediatrician appointment? Like, how are my kids doing social emotionally? Like, what
Academic.
do they need? Yeah, academic, all of those things. It's just everything as a parent that you're sort of holding.
And you're responsible for.
Yeah. And you're responsible for. And to your point, moms are like the mental load holders in most relationships, in most heterosexual relationships. Typically, moms are holding the majority of the mental load and continuing to take on that sort of lion's share of responsibilities.
And immediately I thought, when women weren't doing paid work, right? Because women have always worked, it's just there's paid work and unpaid work. When women weren't doing paid work, then, and they were taking care of the house and home, it was like, okay, this is your area of responsibility. And then, and whether that's right or wrong, it's how it was. Now, and going forward, women are working more, yet they're still carrying the lion's share of this invisible mental load for the home and the kids.
Mm-hmm. They sure are. Yeah. So more women than ever are in the workforce, but it hasn't really changed that like at home dynamic. I mean, we're making strides. Like there things are, I would say, like there is a lot more awareness right now on like partnership, collaboration, division of labor, right? Like all of those terms. Sure. Yes, of course. I will say though that we still have a long way to go. So until we're there, we're going to continue to have these conversations. The other thing you asked which was like, how does owning the mental load, like how does that, how does that feel in for us as moms, right? And so I would say that for me and a lot of the working moms I work with, they feel overwhelmed. I often hear the term like, I feel like I'm drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Anxious. They
Mm-hmm.
feel unsupported. They feel lonely. They feel resentful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all of those things, like these really heavy, intense
Yes.
emotions
Yeah.
as a result.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And that none of those, you're not feeling, if you're in that state consistently, or even on most days, right? You're not thriving. You're not, happy. And for the dads, right? Like dads are spending more time than ever with their kids. They're doing more of the, like, let's say childcare piece than any other generation, which is awesome, great. um but that doesn't mean that they can't support also with the invisible and mental load. So you're a big proponent of outsourcing and delegating and not doing it all, not being this like superhuman person who is working, doing the invisible load, doing the kids, taking care of the house, and everything with a little bow. So talk about why every working mom should really be thinking about what they can outsource, what they can delegate, and doing this with their partner.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we are at a point in our like society and culture where we're really starting to make a huge shift in
Mhm.
terms of realizing how we want to feel and how we want to be spending our time. What that looks like for a lot of dual income working families is they're, you know, what I tell families all the time that I work with is even with two highly executive functioning, well-intentioned partners, there still just aren't enough hours in the day to get it all done.
Right.
And those very few hours in the day that we're able to connect as a family, right? On the weekdays for us, it's like basically 6 to 8 a.m. and then like 5 to 7 p.m. Like we're really trying to maximize that time and that presence with our kids and with our families and like that connection. And if we are instead multitasking, cooking, cleaning up, doing the laundry, doing the house chores, trying to catch
Answering
up because
all the personal emails from the school,
yeah,
I feel like there's all that admin work. Yeah.
all of that is like we're trying to cram that into these hours of the day when what we really want to be doing is like spending that super precious time with our kids and or connecting or with our spouse. And so so I am a huge proponent of finding support that you need, that your family might need
Hmm.
to get your nights and weekends back, like get the time with your family back. What that can look like, right, is like meal prep. So like someone who meal preps for your family. Ours like drops off food on Mondays for our family so we can eat throughout the week. And then I can, like the other day, my kids were all home. It was like 4:45. I like ducked my head into my husband's office. He works from home too. And I'm like, hey, everybody's home. We want to go for a bike ride. He's like, yeah, great. Let's go. So like we went for an hour-long family bike ride, got home, heated up food for 5 minutes and ate. I could have instead been cooking in the kitchen, cleaning pots and pans, like while my kids were out for a bike ride. But like instead, I was able to really spend that time, right, with my kids.
Let's take a quick pause for something that can really support you. If you constantly question if you are good enough as a working mom and desperately want to feel happier, I'd love to invite you to a complimentary discovery call with me. In 45 minutes, we'll get clear on what is out of alignment, what you want your days to feel like, and 2 to 3 simple changes you can make immediately to feel calmer and more confident. It's completely free, and it's a chance for us to connect and see if the Feel Good Club for working moms or one-on-one coaching might support you. To grab a spot, go to tiagraham.com/discovery call. That's tiagraham.com/discovery call, and pick a time that works for you. So having a house assistant, house manager, how you help families, this is not childcare, because I know you and I are similar where we've had a nanny, we've had help with our children,
Mm-hmm.
but still felt overwhelmed and stressed and anxious and like resentful and everything. So this is really about, yeah,
It's so much
re-
more than childcare. Yes.
so much more. Yeah. Now, and
Yeah.
could there be a blend? Like I know you talk about, some, when we did that with us, it's like a little bit of nanny and then lots of house manager stuff. But rethinking. So, how do you help people change their mindset around thinking that the mom should be the one doing all of this? Like a good mom makes dinner, a good mom grocery
Mm-hmm.
shops, a good mom's the one who does the laundry because that's what my mom did. Or
Mm-hmm. That's what
how
we
do you,
saw modeled to us. Yes.
yes.
Yeah. It's
There's
it's a
also all this like
mindset
trad
shift.
wife stuff going on. Like there's
Oh
also,
yeah. I know. I know. I mean, I know. I think that the mindset shift is really more around like coming back to our core values. Like, what do we really value, and how do we see ourselves, and what give like what makes us feel happy and feel good and feel connected. And I think when you really like take a deep dive and like feeling all of those feelings I just mentioned, and then you think about like the laundry or the cooking, like if cooking brings you joy, amazing. Yes, absolutely. You should be carving out time to do that. For me, when my toddlers were screaming at me that they were starving, I was not feeling in a peaceful state to be cooking, and that wasn't enjoyable for me. Like when, I don't have to be the one, like when I'm really thinking about like, I don't have to be the one folding the laundry. Like it doesn't have to be me filling up the cart with gas. It like, sure, could I do it? Yes, absolutely. I could do it. I could run myself ragged because I'm the one. It has to be me. But when we let go of this control
yes,
and ask for help and like accept help,
yes,
the place that we can get to is like way more aligned with like our core values of connection and like feeling, supported, and all of the things that we actually want as moms and as working moms. So I think it's just this big sort of shift that I'm starting to see moms making, which is like, it doesn't have to be you. You don't have to be a super mom. You don't have to do it all.
and yeah,
Um, you can build a village and support system around you.
yeah. You made me think that I actually, if I think back of over the years, because I've been a working mom for 11 years, and one of our kids is special needs and takes a tremendous amount of support and time with her, without her, is that what and I actually have never sacrificed like presence and time with my girls. I've always made that a priority of like the mornings, the evenings, the weekends. What I sacrificed was my ambition or career work time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you're listening, you might be a mom like me where like something's got to give. You can't like, I always, I know some moms who stay up till 1 a.m. working. I could never do that. Like I could never
Yeah.
sacrifice. I always needed to sleep. So if you think about and
Or
then that
physical.
causes
A
physical,
lot
like
of
I always
moms,
took care of myself physically, but like some things, for me, I was sacrificing career. I was like, okay, kid time, self-care, I did that. Um, but something like you said, you can't do it all without something giving.
yeah, yeah, you can't. I mean, you absolutely cannot like, a lot of moms like I talk to are like, well, in order to make it all work, like I just don't exercise
Yes,
anymore. Or
same,
like I
same.
don't, yeah. And I'm like, short term, maybe that's a solution. Long term, is that really what you want? Or yeah, like the sacrificing sleep thing, like
Yeah.
literally the best thing you can do for your health is sleep.
No,
So
and
like,
exercise, I mean, the research shows if you're not exercising regularly, it's the equivalent of taking a depressant pill. Like it has such a massive impact on your positivity and optimism and your mental health.
mm-hmm,
And then you're
mm-hmm.
working and your mental health matters for your work and your mental health matters. So, oh yeah, self-care, absolutely. That goes out. So, you also are incredibly strong at creating systems and in having a systems thinking and approach around running your house and
Mm-hmm.
also around everything your kids need. So, can you talk about that? Because honestly, I don't think I've been that systems focused over the past 11 years thinking about the house and kids.
Yeah, well, we think that it's really like twofold. So, um, we think finding the right support, whether that's a house manager, family assistant, meal prep chef, whatever it is, nanny, some combination of that for your family is important. The
Yep.
next piece that's like gonna ensure that your support is actually supportive, as supportive as they can be, is systems. And the way like to think about systems, especially for like the audience here, which is a lot of working moms, is sort of like thinking about like running your home like a business. So like making decisions as you would as a leader in your work, in terms of creating operations, automations, things that are working and helping you sort of behind the scenes to ensure that everyone is, again, like happy and thriving. The way that we view systems is, basically, what we've done over the last 2+ years in working with families who have onboarded house managers, family assistants, is there's a connection piece there between like basically offloading your everything in your brain, like all of those tabs we were talking about, all of that mental load and invisible labor,
Yeah.
and getting that all out of your head and into what we call a home systems playbook, which is like, think about it as like a template for how you want your home to run.
Yeah.
And what that does is it bridges the onboarding of, once you find the right support, is now the support knows exactly how you want your home to run and what you want that to look like. And so, so the way we sort of think about it at Sage House is there are 3 core systems. The first system is feeding the family. That system includes everything like having standing grocery and pantry items on hand, all the way to recipes your family likes to eat. Um, what is this meal planning schedule for the week? Basically, like the entire conceptual planning and execution of feeding everybody in your home.
Right.
The next system is keeping the house clean. And that's like all the laundry, all of the like cleaning, all of the decluttering, all of the organizing. Basically, like how do we set up systems to ensure that like our home feels organized, clean, and that's one of the systems. Then the last one is plants and pet care, which is like the other living things in our home that we need to make sure are really happy. Medications, schedules, appointments, like whatever, those kind of things. And basically like among those systems, and then if you think about like things that need to happen daily, weekly, monthly, seasonally across those systems,
I was just going to
that
say,
is
do you
sort
have
of
I'm
like
thinking of Christmas and the holidays. I mean, the amount of hours,
so much. There's so much around the
so
holiday.
much.
Every holiday now, really, I feel like, especially with kids, like Valentine's Day is a big thing. Like
Yeah, it
Halloween is
wasn't when
big,
I was
right?
a
Like
kid, but everything is like big now. Yeah.
it's like big. And like if you have systems in place to know like what you need and you can anticipate those things, like we have like basically a calendar of like all like seasonal calendar, and it's like basically reminds me like when to order Christmas pajamas for everyone in their new size, right? Like in October, so that we make sure we have like It's
all those things.
systems. It's like
Yeah.
creating systems for your family so that you
Yeah.
can get it out of your brain again. And you can either manage it better because it's somewhere or someone else. You can start delegating these things
Yeah.
to somebody else.
And we can delegate to people that we hire. We can delegate to our partners, like offload some of that.
Family members. Yep.
Family members, as kids get older, kids can take on more. It's just this, yeah, yes, not all you. So, in addition to everything that you have shared, and you've given so many great tools around mindset and execution and doing things differently and making yourself feel happier, calmer, more productive, more successful, more connected. I mean, there's so many benefits. In addition to all of that, and the systems thinking as well, what's one or maybe two things that you do on a regular basis? We talked about exercise and sleep, so in addition to those, that you do that help you feel good as a working mom?
Yeah. Um, it makes me feel really good to, I guess, set boundaries around just in general, set boundaries. I think
Boundaries.
for me, those boundaries are around working and around like basically balancing that with wanting to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
It makes me feel really good. I mean, of course, it makes me feel so good to have the support my family has, right? Our house manager is amazing. Our meal prep chef is amazing. I would say like I couldn't do this without them, but what that allows me, having that support allows me to define my working hours
Yeah.
so that I can be there for my kids in the mornings. I can greet my son when he gets off the bus at 3 o'clock on the corner and like really spend special time with him.
Yeah.
And so what it's allowed me to do is basically have boundaries around like my time and like
Mm.
really that is I realize like that is so important to me
Yeah.
in feeling good, yeah, as a working mom.
I love it. So, Kelly, where can people find you, follow you if they want to connect with you and also learn more?
Yeah, so I would say find me on Instagram at my Sage House. House is spelled Haus. I'm also on LinkedIn, Kelly Hubble. And you can go to our website to take a
Yes.
quiz. It's a free quiz, and the outcome of that is how many hours you're spending managing your household. It gives you some tailored suggestions on exactly like what you could do to start getting things off of your plate. And it
Yeah.
also provides you with a list of like 100 ideas for outsourcing, like 100 tasks you could get off your plate today. So I would highly recommend going to take the quiz. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
I love it. And wait, what if people want to learn more? Any resources for the systems piece?
System. Yeah. Yeah. On our website, go to sagehouse.com,
Yeah.
HAUS.com, and you can go and find out more about the home systems digital course and playbook. It's something that comes together, and anybody at any time can start that
Get the
course.
course and the playbook. Awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on the show. And as always, thanks for your inspiration and education. And if you, for everyone listening, go follow Kelly. She always shares a lot of great insights.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me on the Feel Good Club show. I hope today's episode left you feeling inspired and equipped to take on your day with confidence, self-love, and joy. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your fellow ambitious working moms. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. We're all here to support each other in feeling good and living our best lives. Until next time, take care and be hopeful. And remember, prioritize your happiness.